Welcome to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today I have another LEGO Star Wars video for you. This is going to be my buyer's guide for the June 2025 LEGO Star Wars sets, whether or not they're a buy or a bust. So I'm going to walk through each one of the sets, kind of give you the details, my thoughts on it, and then a final wrap up on whether or not I think the set is worth purchasing. So with that said, if you like Star Wars and Marvel content, hit the subscribe button and let's jump in. Okay, the first set we're going to take a look at is set 75400, the Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter. Now this is 89 total pieces, comes in at a price point of $14.99, and it released this June 1st. The highlight, however, is the Plo Koon minifigure. With a standard torso and leg print as you see on most Jedi figures, this is unique to the Plo Koon, but the standard offering for most minifigures nowadays. The best part about this figure, though, is that brand new head mold. It is leaps and bounds better than the previous Plo Koon head mold. I don't have it in hand just yet, but I do hear that it isn't that really soft, rubbery head mold that we used to see during the Clone Wars era of sets. It is a harder, rubbery piece. So that's really exciting to see as well. Major disappointment is it comes with Plo Koon's Droid, but only the head. It doesn't include the body. And that's the biggest thing for these microfighters. They used to be $10, right? And it was $10, a 100-piece build and a minifigure. It was good for what it was. But the price has slowly crept up, and now this is $15. Yes, it's a great figure, but I think if they want to provide the value here for microfighters, they didn't need to change the build at all. They didn't need to add another figure. Just add the body to the droid. I think when we saw the Mandalorian and Grogu figures in the Mando Starfighter Microfighter, that was a pretty good value. For this, just include the droid body. I don't understand why that's so hard. I think just talking about the build itself, it's probably one of the best microfighter builds we've seen so far. But at the end of the day, you're getting 89 pieces, a great figure, but I just don't see the value at full price. That said, though, I do still think this is a buy. I think this is a buy, but just wait for that first sale. Wait till it gets to that $12 mark, and then pull the trigger on it to get that new figure. As we saw with the Captain Rex's Y-Wing microfighter, that's going for like $7 now, and that came out at $14.99. So if you really want to wait on it, you're going to be able to get this set super, super cheap. But I don't think this is one you should pass on. This Plo Koon figure is worth the purchase. I just think if you want to get the full value, wait a little bit longer and get it on sale. Okay, the next set is set 75411, the Darth Maul mech. And I just want to say, on what planet is this Lego set worth $17.99? Astonishing. For kids, let me scale it back. For playability and for kids, the mech line is fun, right? It's cool to get a minifigure and then throw it into this mechanized suit and then battle with those suits. That's a cool feature that kids probably love. I don't have kids of my own, not yet, but I'm sure they love that, right? For a collector, I'm not buying this. This isn't going on the shelf, right? So the value proposition for a collector is it's got to have a really cool figure, right? Something that's going to make, like the Boba Fett mech, had a really awesome arm printed Boba Fett, right? That was the reason to buy that mech. This, the Darth Maul, yes, it's new, but it's not one we haven't seen before. Also, they have to stop with the eyes. The eyes have pupils. Why are they not including them? I don't know. So this one is just not good at all. This is a bust at any price point. I just don't think this is worth buying. You can get Darth Maul in different ways and in better ways. So this right here, this is a bust. Okay, the third set released this June is set 75412, the Death Trooper and Night Trooper Battle Pack. This is 119 pieces, comes with 4 minifigures, and alas, the day is here where the Battle Pack price has been bumped again from $20 to $22.99. Now, I'm not necessarily upset about the price bump, okay? $23, I don't want to pay it. I want to pay $20. I want to pay less than $20. $23 isn't necessarily a bad price for a battle pack, though. However, the thing is that if you're going to raise the price $3, you need to be adding more value, right? It's very simple. That's all I ask. Give me more value, and I will pay more. That's fine with me. For this set, you're getting 4 really, really cool minifigures. You're getting 2 Night Troopers and 2 Death Troopers. The Night Troopers have the same body and leg print as the Night Trooper we saw in the Battle of Peridia. We do have 1 new helmet. For the Death Troopers, these are all brand new. They are the same helmet mold that we saw during Rogue One, but brand new figures, and they have brand new prints. They are identical. So you're getting some reuse of parts, but you're getting cool figures. The build is got to be one of the worst battle pack builds ever. It is hysterical. It is a chubby block, the lame excuse for engines. I mean, it's bad. It's all around bad, right? So obviously for this set, the value prop Lego's saying is the build is whatever. It's for the figures. Now, my thing is, if you're going to raise the price, you did a decent job with the Night Troopers. You gave us a new helmet there. But for the Death Troopers, why didn't you just give us a slightly different torso print, right? Give us some variation here for these figures, especially because the figures in the universe are all unique. There is no repetition among these characters. That's where I stand on these things. I'm never upset about the price increase as long as there's value being added to the price, right? In this case, there isn't. This is just a price increase. Similar to the Plo Koon Microfighter, this is still a buy though. These figures are awesome, right? And if you're a fan of the Ahsoka show, you got to have this. I just think, again, wait for the sale. We see it with the battle packs, right? When they were $20, they'd be consistently on sale for $15.99 a couple months after release. And sometimes you'd catch a blowout sale where you get them for $12.99, $13.99. This could be the same case with this, right? Wait until September, and this set's going to be $15.99. Okay, that's just how it's going to go. So if you're really eager to get this set, I still think it's a buy at $22.99. But if you are going to army build and buy multiples of these sets, do not buy them at full price. Wait for that sale. And then I think it's a good value. Okay, the 4th and final set that was released this June is set 75428, the buildable battle droid and STAP. Now this one face value looks super, super cool. The Lego is just flat out killing it with the buildable droid sets. R2-D2, BD1, Chopper, K2SO, C3PO, right? Now they got the battle droid and STAP. They did the Droidica, right? I mean, just all around, every single set delivers in its look. And it's a display model. I think it looks really, really awesome. And the STAP inclusion was one I wasn't expecting. When this was rumored, it was just rumored to be a buildable B1 battle droid, which is, kind of boring, but it's cool. It's boring, but it's cool. This inclusion of the STAP, awesome, really awesome. The set comes in at 1,088 pieces. It does include a battle droid and STAP minifigure scale, as well as obviously the buildable scale. But the price is $139.99. And this did get a price jump. It was expected to be $129.99. And it got a $10 price increase. So this one's interesting to me, okay? Because when you take a look at the buildable droids and the value, right? Chopper, R2-D2 came with a figure, slightly over 1,000 pieces, $100 each. K2SO is going to come with a figure in August, it's $90, and it's under 900 pieces, right? The C3PO, however, came with a really awesome figure. It was 1,100 pieces, right? But that was $140. And so I think the comparison to the C3PO is the correct comparison to make here, right? Not comparing it to the R2 or the Chopper, because they're a lot smaller, not in piece count, but in size. This is a very large model in terms of height, and it's going to be, imposing on the shelf. It's going to be visible. It's not going to be able to hide behind anything. And so when you compare it to the C3PO, which was also at the $140 price point, I think the value isn't as bad as some people are making it out to be. I do actually think this set is probably worth $140. The main difference I want to call out between the two is the figure it includes, right? This includes a 99-cent battle droid. The C-3PO set included that really nice dual molded leg with side leg printing and arm printing, right? That's a really, really high quality figure. And that, that's an over $10 figure. So I could see the $10 swing on this. I could see people saying it should be $130 or less. I think if you are really about the buildable droids, you like the prequels, you like the Separatist Army, you like the battle droids, $140 is worth the price here. I think if you get it for less than that, I think you're getting really, really great value. So me personally, this is not one I'm going to be buying, not one I really want for the shelf. But I think it's a buy. I think it's worth the price. I think it's a really awesome buildable set. And one, again, if this is in your wheelhouse, if this is in the area that you collect, is going to be a really, really cool addition. Okay, so now for my final thoughts on the June wave. I think overall, not great. It was a small wave. It was an overpriced wave, but it has some highlights, right? The Night Trooper figures, the Death Trooper figures, and the Plo Koon minifigure. Amazing across the board. I think they also installed another great buildable droid iteration to the series. So I think it has some highlights. I think the June wave was plagued by a lot of economic uncertainty that led to some price increases. And I think it was just a small wave that didn't have a lot of really awesome builds. So lastly, buy or bust on the wave, 3 buys, 1 bust. It's an okay wave. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is my first buyer's guide. I am going to be releasing the buyer's guide for the Marvel sets from June 2025. And you can expect to see these types of videos every single Marvel and Star Wars release, in August and September, October, and so on and so forth. So definitely stay tuned for more videos. Again, if you enjoy Star Wars and Marvel content, subscribe to my channel. I have tons of videos already up and tons more planned. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.